At CMU, we do sustainability and we do it well. In the last year alone, we have won sustainability awards from the United States Environmental Protection Agency, the Association for the Advancement of Sustainability in Higher Education, and the Recyclemania Inc. Campus Race to Zero Waste Organics category. CMU is a national leader in sustainability, and we are ready to keep stepping up our work. Around 2012, facilities management hired a couple students to work on sustainability projects, and that was the first time CMU ever did anything like that. So these two students were particularly passionate about composting, and they worked with a group of student leaders to start a composting pile. So from there, the program grew, and around 2015, maybe 2014, CMU began a larger composting initiative in the dining halls. Ever since, we've been composting hundreds of tons of food waste per year, and now we're at a point where we're composting 330 tons of food waste per year. So from there, more students were hired within facilities management and a couple student leaders around campus within like Take Back the Tap and the Sierra Club. They kept doing all these cool little small things to figure out how to make the university and the community more sustainable. And so then in 2020, Teresa Holmesy and myself decided that CMU's approach to sustainability was kind of like a bunch of puzzle pieces. We were doing very well in a bunch of areas, but we needed to figure out how to connect the dots. And so then we decided to form the platform Central Sustainability. From there it grew, and now we have an office space and 6 amazing student leaders running the program, and we are functioning as an Office of Sustainability. And as far as I'm aware, we're the only one in Michigan that is run entirely by students, so that's super cool. Ever since Central Sustainability was formed in about 2020, there's been a lot more initiatives between facilities management and administration and academics to work together and make the university more sustainable. Central Sustainability works with the administrative body to write new university policy. So for instance, we authored the university's sustainable purchasing policy a few years ago, and that really recommends to university purchasers that they should look for green certifications when they're purchasing things. And so really we're working all around as a team to try and make the community better. We also work with local partners like the Saginaw Chippewa Indian Tribe, the Mount Pleasant Citizens Climate Lobby, and local businesses to try to reduce our waste and energy and water usage, and at the same time create more inclusive spaces and build community. One thing we do to measure our waste at CMU and measure our environmental impact is waste audits. And so that's where a couple times a year we'll pick a few dumpsters by random around campus and sort through them and pull out what should have been composted and what should have been recycled. And from that we determine a potential diversion rate, which is the percent of material in the dumpster which should have been diverted from the landfill. So right now CMU has a potential diversion rate typically around 55 to 70% of what's in the dumpster should have been recycled and composted. That indicates that there's room for improvement. We have a 40% diversion rate as a school, meaning 40% of our materials are recycled or composted or reused in some way, but that can be a lot better. To be a zero waste facility, we need to reach a 95% diversion rate, and we're not there yet. That's a long ways away, but we can do better. So at CMU, we have nearly a dozen LEED certified buildings, which is the Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design standards. And that means that the buildings that we are putting on campus are sustainable, and the built environment is kind of meshed with the natural environment to figure out how to help people and the planet at the same time. So one of the partnerships between Central Sustainability and Facilities Management is that we do kind of special recycling and composting collection drives throughout the year. In the fall, typically we have a trick or trash program where students can find a trick or trash bin and drop their candy wrappers off, and those are recycled. So in the fall, right after Halloween, typically the first week of November, we have a pumpkin compost drive. So you can bring your pumpkins out right in front of the UC, and you can drop them off and they'll be composted with the rest of the food waste at CMU. And then every spring we do an electronics drive as part of the Campus Race to Zero Waste. So essentially we park trucks around campus where students can drop off their electronics, and then those are recycled through another company. Every 3 years, universities like CMU report to the Association for the Advancement of Sustainability in Higher Education, otherwise known as ASHE, and so we do what's called the STARS reports, which is the Sustainability Tracking Assessment and Rating System. CMU and about 300 other universities fill these out every 3 years, and we receive a rating based on our environmental, social, cultural, fiscal, and human sustainability initiatives. And so this really helps us to identify how we can improve as a university. Prior to 2021, CMU was ranked silver, which is about 55% sustainable based on the ASHE criteria. And then as of 2021, we are ranked gold, which is about 60 to 70% of these sustainability criteria met. But that said, we can do better. There's also a platinum rating, and beyond that, the rating isn't everything. As a university, we can do so much better to build more inclusive spaces and help people want to take care of the environment. At CMU, there's several student organizations working on sustainability issues, whether that's environmental, cultural, social, fiscal, or even sustainability. So even if you don't have time to apply for a student job to work on sustainability issues, you can join these student organizations. These are things like Take Back the Tap, the Student Environmental Alliance, the Sierra Club, the Refugee Outreach Collective, and there's just so many more. And we all work together to make sustainability happen at CMU, so you can get involved that way too. And we believe that students are the leaders and the people in the future who are going to fix these global problems. And so by having student leaders working on sustainability issues on campus, we're preparing future generations and even the students around us for how to adapt to changes around them in the workplace and figure out how to make their spaces more sustainable. Sustainability efforts have grown immensely at CMU over the past 10 years, and now we are at a point where we have this space on campus that functions as an office of sustainability. So that's super exciting, and we look forward to seeing it grow in future years. And everyone can be a part of that. So you can come visit us and learn about sustainability, or you can educate the people around you about sustainability. We know that in order to achieve our sustainability goals, we all need to do our part to make more sustainable choices every day. So what will you do?
I will stop buying bottled water. I will recycle correctly.
I will ride my bike to class.
I will eat local and shop small.
I will clean up and protect our campus.
Together, we can make a difference.
Together, we can build a more sustainable campus.
Together,
we do sustainability!